Hello, my name is Sarah Diesler, and today I'm going to talk about technology usage in children. So it's no surprise technology is literally surrounding us. And most people don't go a day without using some form of technology, be it a phone, tablet, TV, etc., anything. Because technology is literally at our fingertips, the concern has arisen about how much this technology should be accessible to children, how much they should be using it, and what it does for their development. Victoria Rideout reported in the Common Sense Census that 98% of children under the age of 8 live in a household that has access to a mobile device. That same report found that 48% of those children actually have their own tablet. From a young age, children are exposed to technology, but that doesn't always mean it's in their best interest. The point of this speech is to talk about how the content that children are exposed to should be monitored, how much technology, the amount of time that children are using it, as well as parent involvement in technology and helping to change their children's habits. The first biggest thing is the content that these children are exposed to. Most schools actually use technology and media as a helpful learning tool. And that's great because most of that media is carefully researched to make sure that the content is appropriate for that age level. Young kids shouldn't just be given free rein to watch whatever they want. I have actually a 4-year-old niece, and she has free rein to look up everything she wants. And because of this, some of the things she looks at aren't appropriate for her age range. So there should be careful monitoring to ensure that the content that your children are exposed to is appropriate. Because of this, there are a lot of shows on TV that are actually designed to be educational for these children. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, in children ages 3 to 5, shows like Sesame Street can improve cognition, literacy, and social outcomes. Content is important when it comes to what we watch and what we want our children exposed to, but the amount of time that they spend on technology and media should be examined as well. The AAP has recommendations for how much technology children should be exposed to. In children younger than 18 months, they should have no screen time. This is because kids at this age, they can't learn from media. Children at this young, they need social face-to-face interaction with their caregivers. They learn better, and this actually helps them develop their cognitive and motor skills, as well as language and socio-emotional interactions. Now in kids ages 2 to 5, the AAP recommends only 1 hour of screen time per day. This content should be high quality programming, and parents should co-view and watch these shows with their children, so they can help them understand what's going on, interact with them, tell them, get them to respond to you, not so much the show. Now, children ages 6 and up, there should be consistent limits on the media that they are using. The type of media should be considered and shouldn't interfere with the children's other activities. It shouldn't interfere with their sleep or physical activities. Children should be limited to a certain amount of time because technology usage, because of the problems with sleep and obesity, have arisen. Tejan Newton and Carola Ray and Eva Roos conducted a study in Finland that found children's use of computers and heavy TV watching actually resulted in shorter sleep durations, later bedtimes, and changes in their sleep habits. The American Academy of Pediatrics also found that heavy media usage has shown to cause an increase in some of the BMIs in preschool children. So because of this, it's important that parents are monitoring how much media and technology your children are exposed to, just so these problems don't arise. Doesn't always mean they will, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Most children need their content monitored when using technology and the amount of time limited. But if children are using technology, then the biggest thing should be parental involvement and what they're watching. Most kids benefit more if a parent is watching the TV with them. Watching with children helps them develop and understand better what they're watching. This is especially true in younger children that I touched on earlier. Parents, if you're not watching TV with them, the really good thing to do is just shut it off. Carolyn Moore with Common Sense Media recommends shutting off the TV if your kids aren't watching it, if you and your kids aren't watching it. Now, I know personally I'm pretty bad about having the TV on just as background noise. But if your kids aren't watching it, and it's just have it off. And so that way it doesn't interfere with parent-child interactions. Another good thing to do is if you're not watching TV, the greatest thing you can do is be reading to your children. Parents have a lot of access to interactive books through their phone or tablets, and that's a great way to help develop your children's language skills. So it's no doubt that technology has become an integral part of our everyday life. I mean, because it's normal for us now to use it. We have access to it. Why would we go without it? Children have greater access to technology than we did as children. Now, technology can be a great thing, and I'm not saying the point of the speech wasn't to say that it should be banned for children, but sometimes we have to remember that it may not always be in the best interest for the child at certain age ranges. So, setting limits and monitoring your content will help your children be balanced, and not forget to just be a kid. Go outside, go play, read a book. Don't become dependent on your tablets or your computers for fun. The tips I discuss in this speech are important to remember as technology continues to grow and kids start to have more access to it. Thank you.